Yes. All right, so this is Eva. This is what it looks like. Now, you do not have to be logged in, unlike Texas, to actually see the opportunities. But a lot of people don't know if they are a buyer or if they are a supplier. What do you think you are? Supplier. You are the supplier. So I will log in, but let me just go here first. So if you go here and you go to, they just updated this website, y'all. So hold on. Future procurement. Let me see if it's under here. Bingo. Future procurement. Now, what I like, there is no other state portal like Virginia. Virginia has the best portal. Emma has the second best portal. It's easy to navigate, it's friendly, and it has a customer service number on there. If you are ever trying to submit a contract and you do not know how to get to it, how to find it, or if you have any errors, please call their customer service number. They will help you, okay? So if you notice over here, it says there are 529 contracts open right now, okay? Then it says they have awarded over 149,000 contracts. It says that 46, hold on, let me, you know the old school, let me just drag that over there. 46,000 was no award. That means they put the contract out and they decided we ain't doing it no more. And then you see that 12,000 got canceled. Now, y'all know I told y'all I'm gonna teach y'all how to cheat. If you go down here to set aside, you can literally look for small priority contracts or micro contracts. Do you know the difference between small and micro? Small is 10 employees or less, or 25 employees or less, and micro is 10 employees or less. Some of us fit in both categories. I am small and micro. Okay? Yes.
Full-time or 1099?
1099s do not count. Okay? It is only W-2 employees. 10. I'm pretty sure micro is 10.
So technically, you have a partnership, and that's 2 owners, so you wouldn't count anybody else. 1099.
Not 1099s.
Yeah, you would count. So when they ask how many employees you have,
employees is W-2.
Employees.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it depends on how you're taxed. Because remember, LLCs, we are owners. So we do an owner's draw. But if you're doing S Corp or C Corp, you have to pull a salary. When you start pulling that salary, you are now officially an employee. Because it's a corporation. So all the income and the withdrawal is held within the company. Okay, but I'm not a professional, but I don't do that. But I'm just telling you. Okay. All right. So remember when I told y'all that sometimes you need to cheat and you need to look at all of them? Now, if I was sourcing is when you are going out and you're looking for opportunities. So if I say every Friday I source for 4 hours, that means I am coming out to portals like this and I'm looking to see what they have. Because I have my keywords that we're going to talk about, I would come straight here and I will go up here and I would just type in event planning and I would search it. This is now going to narrow the search down. Now, it looks like I got it on everything. I don't want it on everything. I only want to see what's open, right? So now my 529 is only the open contracts right now that I just filtered it. Then I'm going to go in and see if any of these open contracts is for an event planner. And 2 popped up. Now, what I would do is I will read these descriptions to see if it's something I'm interested in going after. First, I read the titles. And then I read the descriptions. This talks about fiber infrastructure. Do y'all think they got anything to do with event planning? But somewhere in that RFP has that key code event planning, and that's why that popped up. I wouldn't look at that even if they paid me to look at that because I don't want to do nothing with infrastructure, even if it has a little piece of event planning, okay? The next one says removal hall, renovate EWIT hall. I don't want to do anything with renovations. It's not my field. So I wouldn't touch either one of these contracts. So I will go back up here, exit that out, and I will keep searching until I find something that I can actually do. Who's in Virginia? All right, let me pull you. Come on up here. You're going to be my test dummy today. You sourcing now. You get to say on your first day, you actually source. So I want you, we are on open contracts. I want you to type in one of your keywords.
It's not IT. It's not IT.
Well, let them try IT and let's see what pull up. Try IT and let's see what pull up. All right. One file. What does that say? What's the title? It's an RFQ. Do anybody know what an RFQ is? Quote. That means they want numbers only. It is not a full proposal. It is just a quote. All right. So they don't really look like no IT stuff. Okay. Give me another keyword. This is why keywords are so important. You need to know what your keywords are because it helps you source quickly. I don't spend more than 30 minutes in the category because I know what my keywords are. All right, what did you put in there? You put project management. Now let me tell you a secret. Project management goes far in government contracting. It does not look like what you think it looks like. If you got a PMP, government is going to be the one that challenge you the most when it comes to project management because their terminology for project management is different from the real world project management. I get people all the time that's like, I'm a project management. I see all these contracts and I don't know what to do with none of them. It's because their terminology of project management, and that's because every field touch project management. Do y'all realize that? So when you're dealing with the government and you're dealing with project management, you're screwed. Because you literally got to read these contracts to make sure, is it your version of project management or is it their version of project management? So that's the difference. So you're going to look at the title, like replace mechanical units. That could be project management because you could be managing the whole project of that, but you have to determine if that really fits within your scope of work of what project management is. All right, somebody else give us a keyword. Now, before you do that, you got to take project management out. You know why? Because it's only going to do compliant. It's only going to search for RFPs with compliance and project management, and that'll mess you up.
Go up.
Yeah, right here.
Right here.
That X. There you go. He getting hands-on training right now. Okay, compliance. 5. Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing that I do that I cheat. Anytime I see counties in here, I put them into a spreadsheet. You know why? Because then I go to that county and I look and see if they got a procurement portal of their own. And then I add it to my procurement portal list because you'll never find those portals without you knowing that they exist. Okay? All right, so this is what sourcing looks like. You are literally going in there and you're seeing what they have and you're seeing what they need, right? But let me show y'all something. I want you to go to, so let's just look at this first one, right? We see that it closed on 2/25. That's a long time. A writer like me, I love that. I got over a month to respond to this opportunity. Now, if you were my client and he asked me to write this contract for him, in his mind, he thinking I'm writing that contract starting tomorrow. I done paid her. She got the contract. Boom, she working on it. I probably is not going to touch that contract until about 2 weeks before that contract is due. The reason being is because 9 times out of 10, I got other contracts in my pipeline that's due before this one. So people be like, is my contract done? 3 days later. No, I ain't even touched your contract yet because you are always going to prioritize your contracts in the order that they are due. You have to prioritize to make sure you are submitting them in the time that they're, because the more you start sourcing, the more you're going to add to your pipeline. And we're going to learn and build pipelines.
The other thing about that too is addendums happen. So the original RFP may have changes to it. So you don't want to start writing it too early and think you're finished. And then 2 weeks later, an addendum comes out that changes the requirement or modifies the requirement.
What were you going to ask?
In your experience, when you see something that's a far deadline, oh, this is not until February 20th, but then you see something that's in 2 weeks, does that tell you something about that in your experience of like, oh, something's going on with them, or they're not sure what they really want, and that's why it's so far out?
Nope. Nope. So the thing about state and local, remember this is state. Federal has laws and rules. They got to give you so much time to respond and all of that stuff. Federal and state is not like that. I mean, state and local is not like that. Sometimes, depending on how complex it is, it might take a longer time for you to respond. Grants, I do federal grants, y'all. You better have at least 45 days to respond to that federal grant. because it's going to take you that long just to respond to that type of grant. Those are big, 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 big grants. This, it could be that they can't really award it until June. They might not be able to award this until August. There's no point in them telling you it's due January 31st because they can't get, they got to go through a whole process before they can get it even awarded. So dates doesn't trigger anything for me unless it is one that they quickly put out and they got a quick due date. 9 times out of 10, they already know who they want for it. Because you know ain't nobody going to find it in them 5 days that you gave us to put out. So, but I still bid on them because here's the thing. People get so discouraged when they see we are the one in Maryland. There was 146 companies that bid on it, y'all. We made it the top 5. 146 companies showed up to the pre-conference meeting, submitted those proposals, and we made top 5. Now, my team was intimidated. I'm never intimidated because the one thing that I've learned in these 14 years is I'm not going to make it easy for you to win. And I'm not going to make it easy for that agency to just give it to you. I'm going to make it hard because I know I qualify. I wouldn't have pulled it to bid on it if I didn't. So I'm going to make it hard for you to take that contract from me. And if any doubt in my mind tells me that I know I should have outbeated you, I'm going to challenge it. Because that's how confident I am that I could have did the work and that I should have won. Now, if you're going after anything and somebody outbeat you, don't challenge it. Don't even waste your time. Okay? But if you know that this is what you actually do and you are really good at doing it. Now, remember, that contract that I wrote, that my friend outbeated me, I wrote both contracts. There could be other reasons why she outbeated me. I wasn't going to challenge it because that's my friend. I wrote it. So you never know what their thought process is, why they selected who they selected. Now, federal, it's a whole legal process behind it. You know, if they challenge it, that's a whole nother legal process behind it. But state and local, and here's the thing, people don't know this. They're not required on a state and local level to give you a debrief. On a federal level, they are required. State and local hate debriefs. If you ask them for a debrief, they might send you an email with 3 sentences. That's your debrief. Because they don't have the time or the capacity to talk to everybody that lost their contract. So now they gotten smarter, y'all. In the last 2 years, they literally put in the contracts, we are not offering any debriefs. Now, I get slick. I try to tell them, this is going to help me grow. Please give me some feedback. It does help me grow. You know, please give me some feedback. And then they will respond. But you got to read the contract because remember, the contract will always tell you what they will or will not do. Okay, so we're going to pull one. I want you to go to, so this one closing on 2/25. Notice it closes at midnight. They might change that. Okay, watch that time, which will come with an addendum, because anytime they change it, they have to legally put out a notification for it. Okay, the other thing that triggers an addendum is the Q&A. The government has to have time to be able to respond to those questions. And now because so many people are interested in government contracting, there's a lot of questions being asked. So they will put out an addendum and sometimes extend the due date because they got to respond to all these questions. So I want you to click on View Opportunity. And what I like about Virginia is it gives you a countdown, okay? It tells you got 41 days. It tells you that it's open. It tells you the date that they issued it. They issued it today the 13th. Yesterday was the 13th. It tells you who the buyer is. It tells you their email address and it tells you their phone number. Do not call them. Do not call them. I can tell you, I got a lot of friends in the government. 60% of my clients is either active duty military, a federal employee, or a vet. 60% of my clients, okay? If you get on their nerves, they will not do business with you. It don't matter how much they pretend they like you. If they think you are going to be a problem, they are never going to do business with you. So what you don't want to do is a few things. You don't want to call them and say, Andrea, when is this contract due? It's right there. Andrea, how much insurance do I need to have for this contract? Baby, you going on that do not ever give a contract to. They don't read, right? The only time you reach out to the buyer or the contracting officer or the Corps is when you have to. Hey, Andrea, this thing says I'm supposed to submit it in EVA. The box at the top is grayed out. I can't submit it in EVA. Is there any other resolution? I've already called the technical support for EVA. Now you're telling them I did my part. I called technical support. I tried it on this. I pulled up this. I did that. You're my last result. That's when you call a contract officer. But trying to call a contract officer and thinking, and at some point, they can no longer talk to you anymore. They can't talk to you. It's past the point that they can communicate with you, because everything they do on that contract past that talking point has to be documented in writing now. Everybody has to know that you just called and you just asked that contracting officer about that contract. So they're just not going to talk to nobody. That's how they protect themselves and they protect their jobs. So you got that information, but you don't want to use it. I have never, ever had to call the contracting officer. Never. Because I'm a problem solver. I know how to solve my own problems. I will win contracts and they say, oh my God, you believe 13 people called me about the same problem. Guess who one of them 13 was not? Me. I figured it out. Oh, that was so easy. I probably spent 3 days trying to figure that problem out. But I'll never let you know that, because I'm not going to show you my weaknesses. So now you are going to, remember I told y'all that there's a spot on EVA that'll tell you people that is interested in that contract? Is this blue button right here, intent. So click on that for me. The one next to it. Yep. That is where you will see public information of people that's interested in this contract. Obviously, nobody is interested in this contract. Not true. This contract just came out yesterday. So most likely people have not found it. Here's another thing, y'all. You want to set a date that you look at contracts every single week. For me, it's Fridays. You know why? Because if say the last time you sourced was December 31st, everything that has came out from December 31st until now, you done missed. By the time you see it, it's due in 2 days. Now you stressed out and crying and aggravating everybody else around you. If you make it consistent that I would have searched last Friday, come this Friday, and this was something in my wheelhouse, I would have found it. I'd have found it. But if I wait a month later, I'm going to be right there at the deadline when it's almost due. So if you consistently search every week, same day, you won't miss your contracts. Okay? So this one is a boring one. Go out of that one. Get me out of this one. Yeah, hit the back button. Yep. Okay, let's go back to all opportunities. And there we go. Take that compliance out. This is why I don't like compliance right here. It's too complicated. Yeah, downhill. Give me something else. Give me something else. Right. It's so boring. Oh. Oh, marketing. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Those are my favorite type of contracts.
Do they gotta let you know if they cancel? So like, this just came out yesterday. You don't want to do it today.
Nah, you don't want to do it today. It's going to take you longer than 1 day to do it anyways. But if they cancel it, it's only going in the system. They're not going to personally reach out to you and say, hey, I canceled it. They'll just cancel it. Yep. All right. So you got tourism master plan, which is due in 16 hours. And then you got some type of real estate marketing thing. Didn't somebody say they did real estate? Maybe not in here. Okay. That one got 1 day left. So I have a rule of thumb. If I'm ever writing contracts for a brand new person, do not bring me a contract that don't have more than 14 days, because I don't know your company. So it's going to take me days to study you, research you, go see what they can see about you. And then I got to build a narrative for you. That takes me time. Now, say I've written 3 contracts for you. I don't need 14 days. I might only need a week, because I know more about you now. And I might only need 1 or 2 things from you instead of me waiting on you a week to get 3 or 4 things from you. And a lot of the times with my company, the reason why we win is because once I've studied you, I know your strengths, because you sit in it all day. You don't realize what makes you strong, and you don't know this customer. I've been working with this customer for 14 years. So I know how to persuade the government that you're the best person for this job. It takes a little time, but that's what you're trying to do. You're persuading them that you are the best of the best for whatever that opportunity is at that moment. So try something else. Marketing ain't do it for me either. What?
Try audit.
Oh, wait. Organizational design and operational process. Ain't that something you do?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I
A
could.
little bit.
No, we don't want it with 16 hours left.
No, we don't. Okay, try training.
That's the Eastern Shore, though. Oh, that's 15 days. You might need to look at that.
Okay, 13 came up with training. And ain't no training. Restroom ain't no training. It did renovations. I'm surprised we don't got no construction people in here. That's where the money at.
But if you click on view opportunities with the 6 days left,
That first one.
it may have some addendums and other stuff.
Yeah,
that-
let's go in there and see what they got. Now this is a construction one. Is for a community college, for a campus. If you notice, all of these are documents. Scroll down for me a little bit. All of these are documents. Let's go to the intent and see if anybody over there. Nope. Okay, so anytime you're going after an RFP, it is vital that you look at every single document. The things that I'm looking for is if something need to be notarized, if there's a bunch of attachments to complete. State and local don't really have a bunch of attachments. Federal has a lot of attachments. Every attachment has to be complete. It's 8 o'clock already. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a wrap. This class was so good, but it's time to go home. And no, thank you so much for volunteering and helping us. That's crazy, y'all. Them 2 hours that went by that fast. That dang gone fast. Any questions before I give y'all some homework? Anybody learned anything new?
Yes.
It's a lot. So let me tell y'all something. Y'all are doing a 4-part series right behind each other within 30 days. That is unheard of. I'm telling y'all now, that is unheard of. There are people that have been studying the government for years and still ain't pushed the button to move the needle. If y'all are going to take y'all time and come to these sessions and sit here with me for 2 hours and get all this information, do something with it. Because what you're doing for free, first of all, for free, and then second off, this is your time. And this is your future. Do something with it. Don't be one of those people that's like, yeah, I did a little training in government contracting. And somebody like, what you did with it? I just did a little training in government contracting. That's all, a little something. That's all I did. That's it. All right. Any questions before we go into homework? Okay.
I gotta ask one question.
Okay.
So you were just mentioning when you write contracts with people. So as a brand new business owner, if I see something, do you recommend I think call someone like you and say, hey, I see something, can you write this contract for me? Or how do you get into writing your own contract?
How do you go about it?
How do you go about it? I mean, how do you start? I guess, how do you start in that?
So we're going to train on that. I'm going to teach y'all how to respond to opportunities. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't make my money off of y'all. I make my money off the government. Okay. But my time is money. Right. So it doesn't do me any benefit to do everything for you. That doesn't help you. First of all, you're a small business. You can't afford it. I tried. It don't work that way. The way that I win is when you win. And the only way I can win is if I equipped you to prepare yourself to win. The only way you're going to win is if you practice. My strategy is for brand new people, you get me to write a contract for you. You take that template and you use that template for every contract after that. You should not need me to write your contracts for the rest of your life, because then you are doing yourself a disservice. There are all of these contracts out every single day. You can't sustain if I'm writing all your contracts for you. So I don't need you to pay me to write your contracts. I need you to learn how to write your own contracts so that you can win more contracts, and then you can send me crabs at my doorstep for lunch. That's how it works. I'm not even that expensive. It's just crabs. So that's why trainings like this is so important. You're getting this for free, and you're getting it from a genuine person that really want to see you win. Because when you win, you can say, hey, girl, let's take that girls trip on me. Thank you for everything that you did for me. I never forget that free training that you did. And then we all win. And you just got to bring Wanda, too. That's all. I don't request a lot. Just bring my girl with me.
I don't need a lot. Just a little something.
All right. So y'all homework. Because my phone ain't go dead yet. Thank you, Jesus. I said I got 10%. I know I got to go. Let me see. So y'all homework. We didn't print our agenda, y'all. So that's why I'm going to this dang on phone. All right. So how many of you have not completed your SAM registration? What you waiting on? You scared of it? Okay, he just good answer. Okay, now SAM is not easy. Okay, it's very intimidating. The questions that they ask you don't make sense. If you come back next week and you say, "Oh my God, I tried, I need help," I'm gonna give you a link of one of my good girlfriends that'll walk you through it step by step. Okay, but I want you to try it at least first on your own. So if you do not finish, do not let this series end and you ain't did your SAM registration. Okay, you just messing yourself up. And SAM can take up to 2 weeks. And if the government shut down, that 2 weeks gonna be 6 months because they are gonna be so backlogged. Okay, so try to get that in ASAP. For everybody that has already done their SAM registration, your first thing on your checklist is I need you to identify 3 new codes that you are going to put on your NAIC, on your capability statement. Now, only 3 people in here had capability statements. I have now gave y'all a template and I have gave y'all an example. So when y'all show up next week, you should have a capability statement for us to review and to give you feedback. Okay? People charge to do that. I'm doing it for y'all for free. So take advantage of it. What I will do when I get your capability statement is I will help you identify other codes that aligns with your capability statement so that you can be the best choice for the government. Okay? So we're doing that NCMA matchmaking event in March of 27th. Y'all will be done out of the series by then. It's not a reason for y'all not to be there, sitting down with the contracting officers, potentially walking out with a contract, because I done gave you everything you need to be equipped for that day. February 27th. February 27th from 9 to 1. Yes, if you go to ncmaod.com, we got 2 domains. It's on that website. Okay. And then y'all other homework was bring your capability statement next week. That means you only got 7 days. So it's based off of your keywords, right? So let me tell you how to cheat. You're going to go to ChatGPT and you're going to tell ChatGPT what you do. Then you're going to say, give me 10 keywords. Now, ChatGPT, none of AI is really equipped to handle government contracting. Okay, that's why a lot of people get it wrong. They don't even understand this. But it is a great tool to help you get started, right? So if you look at them and you be like, that ain't really in my category, you're going to remove those. And now that you see some stuff, you're going to replace them with new stuff that you see or that you know really is what you do. Okay, then what I do is I play all the systems. I go from one system and then I go over to Google. Okay, here's my new group. Tell me what else aligns in this group. ChatGPT already gave you one answer and they don't really get it. So now I take it to Google so Google can help you. The other way that I cheat is I go and look at other event planners' capability statements and I see what codes they have on theirs. If you go to Google and you type in your industry capability statement, you can literally pull capability statements all night and just steal those codes. The other thing that I do, because if y'all don't know, Google is based off of your location. When I used to travel, every state that I was in, every county that I was in, I would look up new people capability statements because it's going to give me capability statements right there in my region. And that's how I stand out from other people. Because people back home on the East Coast is doing it different from the people on the West Coast. That's how you cheat. No excuse for y'all not to have y'all capability statement next week because I gave y'all all the ways to cheat. You don't need 7 days.
Do you have a question, Georgetown? I'm sorry, I don't. Yes, I was just making sure. Okay.
All right, everybody got their homework? SAM registration, you're going to at least try. Okay? New NAIC codes that you didn't even realize with what you do. And you're going to bring me your capability statement next week. Okay? All right. Thank y'all.
All right, hold up, sit down, please.
Oh, we get gifts?
She got 3 more weeks left.
Well, hold on. He might give me some every week. You see what I'm saying?
Well, and actually, I would encourage you one more thing. Get to know somebody in this room. Try to start building those relationships so you can see who can complement your efforts.
Yep. So, and another thing, in this series, we are going to look at an RFP. I always give everybody the opportunity to bring me a RFP for you to review. Guess how many people passed the test? Maybe one. Because the people didn't do the work. So if I'm telling you in advance that I'm going to have you bring me an opportunity that you say, Coach, I think I can do this. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at your company and I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's up to you to do it or not. What we got?
So here at VGA, we like to recognize excellence, and the work that y'all did tonight was extremely excellent. And what we do here at Veterans Growing America, you see it got growing down there?
Mm-hmm.
Growing means that you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to have to do something hard. And once you do something hard, it takes you out your comfort zone and you're going to have to do something to continue to grow, right? And so the work that y'all got today, it was free information, but y'all got to do some work.
Yep.
Which means that y'all got to grow.
Yes. Yes.
And when you got to grow, you're going to be out your comfort zone to create opportunities for yourself. But the only way that you can do that is by meeting the people in this room. Because like she said, you can't do any of these contracts by yourself. Our motto at Veterans Growing America is doing business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Yep.
And so with individuals, if y'all don't meet anybody in this room today and y'all don't learn at least one other person, you're wrong. Two, let me just tell you a little bit about VGA. So we're a nonprofit and a for-profit. What you're standing in is the for-profit right now, which means that you can buy all of the stuff in here and spend some money, right?
Yeah.
And support our veteran entrepreneurs. They have put their heart and soul in the products that you see in this room. And so please take some time to peruse and spend a little money to support our veterans. Plus, that's how we keep the lights on.
That's right.
Our nonprofit is all about education and the stuff that you are seeing here today. And this is phenomenal education that y'all received, and we appreciate the support. And the cool part is we have a veteran and a military spouse, which are also a part of the community.
Yep.
And I want to recognize excellence in them by providing them with the Veterans Growing America shirt like the one that I have on.
Yes, I'm winning at the bar. That's right. That's right. I'm winning at the bar. This is it.
And then that is Wanda's.
Thank you.
Yours is actually on that one, but
Okay.
I didn't want to not hand you anything.
Okay.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
Thank
So
you.
let's give them some love. How many of you guys are gonna be here next week?
Oh, and let me tell you, it gets harder. Okay? We just got, this was the easy. Tonight was the easy. It gets harder.
And I would encourage you on securethecontract.org. If you don't pull nothing else, pull the terminology.
Yes. 200
Because
words.
you heard a lot of stuff tonight, NAICS code, FPDSE. It'll help you understand the conversation. It's contracting and acquisition is its own language.
Yep.
So please pull at least the terminology.
Well, thank you guys. It will be well. Oh yes. So tomorrow we have our Veterans Connect. Tomorrow's Veterans Connect is very special for me in multiple ways. Number one, we have Rochelle T. Park. She's a health coach. She's a health coach to the stars. So she's CeCe Winans' coach, if y'all know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
She's Montel Jordan's coach. You know, this is how we do.
Right, right. You biased? You biased?
She's Eric Thomas's health coach. So so that tells you that she knows what she's doing. And her and I served together. She was the recruiting commander and I was the recruiting sergeant major for the DC National Guard. And so she's a great friend of mine. And she's coming in tomorrow to give you guys some free information on how to change your life and change your health. And when I say change your life and change your health, is her husband was diagnosed with diabetes and was going to have to take insulin. She reversed that through food. And she's going to tell you how she did that tomorrow. So I highly recommend that you get here early, because once we get at capacity, I don't care how much you give me, you're not coming through the door. It starts at 6. I will show up early. I'm telling you, I would not allow you in after we had capacity. Next time. Yes. Oh, we want to take a group picture.
I like group pictures.
Yeah, let's take a group picture.
And don't y'all go home crying tonight either. It's one meant to make you cry. Right. Oh, yeah, let me put the